of a like a gap between when I hit the button and when it actually goes live, so I hope I'm not messing that up. This is just a quick update. I had some blood tests done last week just to make sure that all my vitamin levels are okay and that my iron's okay, my blood sugars, cholesterol, all that sort of thing, and I got the results back today. I'm in perfect nick. My doctor's so happy. I was so happy I was just about jumping out of my chair in her rooms dancing. Partly because all the numbers are really good, but also because my cholesterol is fine. I can just keep eating butter, and I live for eating butter. And it was I just needed to make sure that the vitamins I was taking were doing what they were supposed to do. They obviously are. I'll go over the results with you for the nerds like me who like the actual numbers. Some of this was to do, I'm 8 months post-op from being sleeved and 6 months post-op from hysterectomy. So I've had a lot going on. So these blood tests were kind of like for both of those things. My vitamin A is fine. That's within normal limits, 2.03. That's supposed to be between 0.9 and 3. My vitamin B1, this is the only one that's a little bit off. My vitamin B1 is 232 and it's supposed to be up to 200, so it is a little bit high, which that won't be from anything that I'm eating. I'm not eating too much of anything that's making my vitamin B1 high. It's because of the multivitamin, but it's not. It's nothing to worry about. My GP said it's nothing to worry about, so I'm not worried about that. And I am actually going to check all my other supplements because they do like to throw vitamin B. It's mostly vitamin B6, but they do quite often throw like a vitamin B complex in with a lot of other vitamins. You know, so it'll be like magnesium and vitamin B, or calcium, or not the calcium, but I've just got to check on everything else I'm taking to make sure it's okay. My copper, zinc and selenium are all within normal limits, pretty much. Let me just check. The zinc actually, that's 17.2 and it's supposed to be up to 18. So that's getting on the high level, but I'm not worried about that because my zinc in the past has tended to be on the low side. So if it's a little bit high now, I'm not worried about that because it'll probably just go back down anyway. Selenium's fine. What's that? Oh, parathyroid hormone is fine. That's 3.9 and it's supposed to be between 2 and 8.5. This is my cholesterol report. Now they show you what your last results were and what the current results are, so you can see the difference. Now the last time I had my cholesterol tested, and I can't believe this because I'm so fussy with my health, apparently was 3 years ago. I'm sure I've had it tested, and maybe it was a different lab that tested it. And I can't remember what the results were from the other lab. But the last time I had it done 3 years ago, my total cholesterol was 4.9, which is still fine because as long as it's under 5.6, it's fine. I wasn't happy with that, but now it's 4.5, and I'm so happy with that. My good cholesterol has gone up from. Which one's the good one? I don't know. It must be, my good one's gone from 1.5 up to 1.9, so that's really good because the good cholesterol, if you've got a bit of bad cholesterol, makes the bad cholesterol a bit better. And my bad cholesterol has dropped from 2.9 down to 2. My triglycerides have gone up a little bit from 1 to 1.4, but as long as they're under 2, that's fine as well. So my total cholesterol is really good. Really good. That means I can keep eating butter, and that makes me happy because butter is life. And then all of my, I won't go through all these because it's just a swag of numbers, but like all my kidney function and liver function numbers are all within normal limits. So that's good. They haven't changed terribly much since the last time I had all those done. I get those done quite regularly. My blood sugars, fasting blood sugars are 4.7 now, which is really good. I prefer to see them around about 4.4, 4.5. But you know, a fasting blood sugar, as long as it's between 3 and 5.4, it's fine, and mine's 4.7. Perfect. And I don't like it to get too low, because then I start getting lightheaded and having hypos and stuff. And so someone's messaging me, and I saw the messages come up on my screen, and I had a little bit of a heart attack, because I'm thinking, I hope that's not going to actually be on the video. It won't be. I've been messaged before when I've been doing this. That shows how old I am, doesn't it? My iron levels are fine. Back just after my hysterectomy, my iron levels had gone down to 3.1. Now they're 22.9, and they're supposed to be between 10 and 30. So I'm really happy with that. My GP's really happy with it. But given my history with my iron levels, I've got to get them checked again in 6 months' time. And also because I've got the sleep, I've got to keep an eye on that. So that's all fine. Transferrin, saturation, ferritin, they're all fine as well. My vitamin D is fine. Vitamin D has to be above 50, I think, and mine is 63. Can't complain about that. But I was taking a calcium supplement that had vitamin D in it. I've now switched to just regular calcium without the vitamin D, because I'm not joking when I say I eat a lot of butter. I love butter, and butter is fortified with vitamin D, and my vitamin D levels, and my vitamin A levels actually, because they put vitamin A in butter as well. I was eating so much butter a couple of years ago that my vitamin A levels just went through the roof. So my vitamin A is fine now. That was the calcium. Calcium is fine as well. That's supposed to be between 2.15 and 2.55. It's now 2.43, and the adjusted calcium is 2.48. I don't know what that means, but it's all normal. And my B12 is fine. These are a bit confusing. I can't tell you what they're supposed to be, but my vitamin B12 is 286, and that is fine. I think it's meant to be more than 180, so perfect. My active B12 is 67, that's meant to be more than 30, so that's good. And my folate is 38, and that must be okay. I think that's meant to be more than 10, because there's another thing there that says red cell folate, but I don't think they checked that. So that's all good. And vitamin B12 is really important for iron, for your body to be able to use iron. So that's all really good. I also got my blood pressure checked. That was 120/76. 120/80 is perfect, so it's better than perfect. I've also been getting a little bit lightheaded. Like if I squat down and get up, I get a little bit lightheaded. So that's just my blood pressure dropping. So she did a postural blood pressure as well. The systolic, which is the top number, did drop, but only dropped by 9. There's nothing to worry about unless it starts dropping by 20. So that's fine. And the diastolic went up, only went up to 80, and it's meant to do that. So that's all perfect as well. My weight at the moment is 94.1, which is my lowest I've been since being sleeved, which means I'm down. Hang on, I can't even think. Let me just work it out for you. That's why I had to work it out, because it just seemed too much. That means I've lost 33 kilos. 33 kilos in the last 8 months. I'm pretty happy with that. I would like to have lost a bit more. But I'll give you a quick spin of what I look like now, because I know people like to see that. It's me now in my favourite skirt. You've seen this skirt a lot. That's what I'm looking like now. Yes. I'm sure there's more than a few people who think that this skirt must be my video uniform, because I love it so much. I wear it all the time. And I'm going out to dinner tonight and I want it to look nice. What else? Yeah, so my weight is 94.1. I did get down to that a few weeks ago, but what my weight is doing now, it sort of goes down a little bit, and then it goes up a bit, and then it goes down, and it stabilises, and it goes down a little bit. So it's kind of up and down. but going between like this lowest now, 94.1, and if it's going to follow the same sort of pattern that it has been, it'll probably drop down from now. It might go up a little bit, but then it'll drop down and go into the 93 point somethings. But it's a very, very, very slow process now, but I'm fine with that. Even if I stay this weight forever, if I don't lose any more weight from now, I'll be happy with that. As I've just told you, my blood pressure's fine, all my blood tests are fine, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm hitting the gym 2 or 3 times a week. I did slack off a little bit because my fibromyalgia got really bad over Christmas, New Year's, because I was just doing too much. But I'm getting back into doing the gym, or like the other day I went for a big hike and that sort of thing. So I'm back being active again, and I'm doing a lot more at the gym. I'm back planking again. I'm back on the leg press machine. I'm doing a lot of stretching. So working my workouts got a lot harder and a lot more strenuous, I guess. So I'm perfectly healthy. I don't look, if you had a normal person who was like a normal weight and they ballooned up to 94, 95 kilos, then their GP would be saying to them, well, you've got to get some weight off, get 10, 15, 20 kilos off. But because of where I've been 170 kilos. So for me, if I'm 94 kilos for the rest of my life, woo fucking who. I've done really, really well. There's nothing I need to worry about there. If I can get another 10 kilos off over the next year or two, all good. But I don't feel any great burning need to. And I've been maintaining. I don't think my weight's gone over. Like if I have a really big salty meal or something, like if I have fish and chips, then yes, I do eat fish and chips. If I have something really salty, my weight can go up a kilo and a half overnight because of the water retention that the salt causes, but then it just all comes straight back off again. My eating, I did debate whether or not to actually tell people how I've been eating, because I know that a lot of people watching this channel are actively losing weight and wanting to lose weight, and you look to me for me to give you tips on what I eat to maintain my weight and lose weight and everything. And I, in the past, have been really healthy. You all know that. You know how I feel about carbs. I've got to change that. How I felt about carbs and sugars and all that. I still feel the same about sugars, except for yesterday when I ate a lot of Skittles because they were left over from Christmas. But that was a one-off. But I actually got quite ill, like ill in my head, with being so stressed over carbs and just so stressed over everything that I was eating and how much I was eating and when I was eating, and it was driving me absolutely crazy. So, and that was prior to being sleeved. I was like that with the lap band. So I have spoken about this a bit before. When I got sleeved, I decided that yes, I've got to lose weight and I've got to restrict what I eat and be careful what I eat and have as healthy a diet as possible. But I didn't want to go back to that mentally unhealthy place where I was just obsessing about everything. I wanted to do it as intuitively as possible, I guess, without stressing. If, like one day I go to my secret lolly hiding spot. It's not hidden from me, it's hidden from my daughter because she was going crazy. Go to the secret lolly hiding spot and dig out all the Skittles and sit down on the couch and eat, like a half of a small bowl. It would have been maybe like a third of a cup worth of Skittles. I didn't want to be having a panic attack if I ever did that. And I'm in that place now. I now eat pasta. But when I say I ate pasta, yesterday was a ripper day, I had pasta as well. I made like a bowl of pasta just with bacon and spices, and I chucked an egg in. Lazy pasta, I call it lazy pasta. And I sat down and I had probably half of that at lunchtime, and then I put the rest in the fridge. And then I had that, the leftovers, for dinner. So when I'm saying I'm eating pasta, I'm not eating great big tons of it, and I'm not eating it every day. If I feel like pasta, I have it. It might be like once a fortnight or something, I'm not, absolutely not worrying about fat at all. You would not believe the butter I eat. Seriously, I eat so much butter. That's probably the only, bad fat I eat. I have bacon, but if I have bacon, I have like one piece of short bacon. I haven't had avocado for a while, kind of went off avocado, but I've got a little bag of nuts next to me on the couch, and if I want to have a few nuts as I'm watching telly or cross-stitching or whatever I do, I'm very liberal with olive oil. So I'm not counting calories, I'm not counting meals, I'm not being obsessive about portion sizes, because I know if I sit down with a big bowl of food, like if I forget who I am now and that I don't eat those massive meals anymore, if I sit down with a great big bowl of food, I'm not stressed about it, because I know that I'll eat the right amount, and then my body just goes, oh, you're full now, stop, and I do. It's like a fail safe, I guess, with the sleeves. So that works really well for me. And I don't eat, like, I can't sit here and say to you, oh, I eat 3 meals a day, or I eat 5 small meals a day, or whatever. Because sometimes I might eat 2 meals in a day, and then other days, seriously, I pick all day, eat just like every hour or every 2 hours, but just like really tiny amounts. And I'm as I said, I'm not worrying about what I eat. If there's potato in something, oh, fuck it, I'll just eat it. Or if there's, if I feel like rice, sometimes I make this. It's a Japanese breakfast, and you boil up white rice, because it just doesn't work the same with brown rice. White rice, and you beat a raw egg into it, and then put in some nori and a bit of sesame seeds and a bit of soy sauce. And I'm not stressing over, oh my God, I'm eating white rice, I'm eating carbs. If I feel like that once every couple of weeks, I just do it. But I am also eating a lot of good foods. I've gone mad on the Asian slaw from the supermarkets. I'm eating tofu, eggs, oats with peanut butter and seeds, sandwiches, once or twice a week. If I go out with my daughter, we go to the shops. I go to Gloria Jean's and I get at the moment, a beef and salad sandwich. But what I have to do, and this is where having the sleeve works. I can't overdo things. I rip all the crusts off, because if I start and I'm eating all the crusts, I can only get through half the sandwich, and I don't want half of my meal to be crust. So I rip all the crusts off. I look like a toddler when I eat now. So I'm managing to maintain my weight and lose extremely slowly, very intuitively, and that works for me because I'm not stressed. I'm going out for dinner tonight, and I'm just going to pick whatever I want off the menu that I want to eat. The last time I went out to this place, I got a pasta dish, and I ate about a quarter of it, and took the rest home in a doggy bag. So tonight I might have a Caesar salad or something. I don't know. Whatever I want to have, I'll have, and it's working for me. Now, when I say that, I don't want people who are at the start of their journey, who still have tons and tons and tons of weight to lose, to go, oh, look what Trisha's doing. She's eating pasta, and she ate, Skittles yesterday, and she's just eating whatever she wants whenever she wants. Don't do that. You can't do that and expect to. I'm not losing any great numbers of weight. And I'm also very active as well. And this is just what's working for me. If I start putting weight on again, I'll reel it in. And also, last note, on the days where I am just picking and just eating all day, those are the days I'm pretty sure, can't be 100% sure because I don't have a uterus anymore, but I do still have ovaries. Pretty sure that's the days I'm ovulating, because I also get very bad lower pelvic pain, and I hate my body just for that 1 or 2 days. So when I get the pain and I get up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror as I'm getting undressed to get in the shower, and if I don't like what I see, I'm like, right, I'm ovulating. So then if on that couple of days I eat non-stop, I do that because I know once I get over those couple of days where I think I'm ovulating, I lose interest in food, and I eat very, very little for the next couple of days after that. So it all evens out. And I think I might have seen some messages pop up. If I can figure out how to see them, I don't know, I might break this now. Oh, here we go. Barb wants to know, is the weight loss helping with your iron levels? I don't know, because I don't eat that much iron-rich food, because I can only eat such very small amounts at a time, and I'm not taking any iron supplements. The last iron I had was after the hysterectomy. I had an iron infusion. I don't know. I don't think so, because I'm not eating enough to really increase my iron levels. I hope I'm just eating enough to maintain them. And to be honest, I don't eat a lot of red meat. I'm not vegetarian or vegan or anything, but I do like vegetarian food. So I do eat a lot of tofu, and you know like the macro things you can get, like the beetroot and black bean balls, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens with my iron levels, but I certainly won't be taking any supplements. And I think Barb said something else as well. Yes, you've learned to pay attention to your body's needs. Yes, I have. I finally have, and that is, it's like, for me, it's living the dream. I can maintain my weight and do it intuitively, and that's all I've ever wanted to do, and it makes me healthier all over. So that's it for now. Next time I've got something to say, I'll make another video. I don't know when that's going to be, but for now, I'll see you next time. And thanks, Barb. It's always nice to see you in the live videos.